Guys, what a beautiful night. It's not very often that you get a chance to drop two banners. And, for us here at NC State, it's been 37 years. And, man, it was beautiful. I knew that those banners would look good, but they look great. And, man, I tell you what, man, it took everything I had, and I got really emotional. But I knew I had to keep it together because we had a game to play. But, man, it's special. It's kind of like, why do you do the job? And the job is done because you want to see young men have success. And here at NC State, we talked about when I took the job, we're going to win championships. And, I said, Kevin Keatts a winner. And when those banners dropped, man, I feel all I could do is think about our players and our fan base that's been starving for that, the alumni, all of the former players that were just right there and just couldn't get over the hump. And so this is, those banners represent everything about NC State. It represent everything about me. I'm just fortunate to be the guy that was behind the wheels of, driving the car. I want to personally thank everyone that had the opportunity to come watch the game. And I want to personally thank everybody that watched the game from home. It was a special deal, and I think that's important. It was great. I'm glad the game went the way it went because of the fact that we dropped the banners, and I didn't want to have a banner, hanging two banners and just have an okay game. And so I'm glad the game turned out the way it did. Questions?
Kevin, you talk about your emotion, but on the other side, how much do you think that it helped the players that were here last year, in particular Breon and Ben Mibble, which really seemed like they had a lot of juice tonight?
Yeah, give credit to both of those guys. Ben, 10 points, 10 rebounds. I think it's his third double-double, career double-double, and Breon passed with 14 points. We're going to need his career high. We're going to need Breon, JT, Ben, Dennis Parker, those guys who are returning to kind of show everybody how we play. That's our culture. My job is to try to put in, plays and defensive schemes and all that other stuff. But it's nothing better than on opening night when two of your guys really play well. And I think the other guys played really, really hard tonight. But to answer your question, it had to be emotional for those guys. It was great having Casey Morsell back. I told him I'm going to go watch his feed now. And if it's not good, I'm going to tell him you can't be saying, hey, they got to be better defensively. When I told him he had to be better defensively also.
Speaking of defense, Coach, what was your assessment of your team tonight defensively? A lot of times you ran a four-guard lineup, 4-on-1, 94 feet pressure. What was your assessment on D?
Well, I thought we flew around. This is what I wanted with this team. It's a great start to it. Obviously we made them play a little bit more one-on-one basketball. They had 5 assists and 17 turnovers. On our end, I thought we shared the ball. Those 20 assists is more than we've had. We didn't get 20 assists last year at all. And so 20 assists on 38 made field goals was pretty impressive. But I thought we did some good things. We obviously, if you want me to be picky as a coach, we foul too much. Not all the way, all the time. Just wink, wink. But I thought they got to the free throw line a lot tonight, and we've got to clean that up. We got to do a better job with that.
Talked a little bit about Breon, but not only did he have a career high, he doubled his career high. What have you seen this offseason that gives you confidence that he's ready to have a bigger role for this team?
He's been right there. Right there in practice. He's getting better. I think the mere fact that he's been practicing against some really good players, and Breon's been very patient. And he's probably been our best ambassador in our program. When recruits come on campus, he do a great job with him. When you think about NC State basketball, that guy represents it the right way. He'll graduate from NC State, which is very rare for a guy in these days and ages to start here and finish here. And so I'm happy because his hard work paid off, and I hope he continues to get better. And I like what I saw from him tonight.
Bill had, I think, 11 turnovers and 8 were in the first half. Was there anything specific that you said at halftime that kind of made that change?
Yeah, stop turning the ball over. It's pretty simple. We got to stop turning it over. And, this team's got to do a better job taking care of the ball. We didn't in our exhibition or our scrimmage. I would like to be in every game to be 10 or less because of how fast we play. There are going to be some turnovers, but I thought tonight in the second half we did a great job. I wanted this team to put together 2 halves. We hadn't put together 2 halves in our scrimmage and exhibition, and those 3 practices were really good leading up to this game. I said to you guys, I didn't want to win the exhibition by 40. I don't think that would have helped us. The way we played in the second half really gave us a chance to go back and work on some things and get better at it.
Coach Keatts, you talked about how emotional it was for the returning players last season, but guys like Dontrez Styles, Marcus Hill, Brandon Huntley Hatfield talk about how seeing the banners in the field was motivation for them this season. What did you see out of them tonight?
Well, I thought they all were good. I mean, obviously it's always tough when you play your first game. You're going to have first game jitters. They're into a new program, but I thought everybody was solid. This was a game that I thought everybody contributed in a very positive way. Did all of our shots go down? No. But I thought we did some good things. And to see Brandon, we've got to do a better job of getting Brandon and being the ball inside. I thought we missed some opportunities there. But those guys are both capable scorers, but they're really good passers. They're willing passers. Even when the double team, they would find the right guy.
What did you like from Marcus? It seemed like he was able to get to the rim.
Yeah, I was glad to get him going. He had, he was pressing a little bit, and I thought, he picked and chose his moments and did a good job and got to the rim. And I like his numbers. I mean, he was very efficient tonight. 7 for 10, 2 assists, 14 points. I thought that was really good.
You were able to play a lot of different lineups again tonight, but did the absence of Ishmael kind of simplify the front court a little bit for you?
No, not really. I knew we were going to play. I knew that we were going to play a smaller team that really was going to roll out 4 guards. So, and I knew I was going to play Ben or Brandon at the 5, and that's it. I just knew that I was going to have to do that. So, and it also gave us a chance, playing guys like Bryce Hurd, getting them extra minutes, playing him as a small ball guard. I thought he did a really good job in that area too.
What was Ishmael's issue?
So Ishmael will not play on Friday either. So if you guys are looking around and you see Portsmouth, for example, guys who played in Portsmouth, Ishmael, because of the team that he was on, somehow the NCAA decided that he was going to serve a 2-game suspension. And so he won't. After Friday, he will be fully cleared to play, but he won't be available Friday either.
Coach, a month ago you were talking about how your freshmen would all get the opportunity to see playing time. Trey had a couple of lobs to Bryce. We saw Paul McNeil hit that step back 3 late in the game. What else did you see from them, and how they fit the rotation moving forward?
Well, I'm glad that they need to see the ball go in. And I got 3 really good freshmen, and obviously I got to be patient with them. They got to be patient with themselves, and I think the fan base has got to be patient with them. They all 3 are going to show glimpses of being a really good player in this uniform. But for Paul, we needed him to see the ball go in. Paul's a big-time shooter, but when you add that he's added 15 pounds, he's playing in a different system, he's playing faster. Now he's got to adjust the way we play and make those shots now. And so it was good for him to make some shots.
Is this a team that you want to have some alpha scores like you did last year with Warren and Burns, or is it just more of a depth team? How do you think it's going to change?
Yeah, I don't see that. I think it's more of a depth team. I think on any given night you can look at the box score. Like if you look at tonight, it was Marcus and Breon Pass. They both have 14. I think on any given night anybody's going to lead us in scoring. I don't know that we're going to have DJ Burns and DJ Horn. Now, I will say this to you. Neither one of them were DJ Burns and DJ Horn at the beginning of the year. It took a little time and they got better. It was good to see. I've asked Michael to score the ball a little bit more. He would leave out of the game and he's so hyped that he got 6 assists. I was like, dude, you got to shoot it a little bit more, and he decided to shoot the ball, so which is good. He's the only guy in my career I've ever had to say shoot the basketball.
Even on a night where you scored 97 points, you seem like you almost lost your voice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in it. Like, you guys know this is like, hey, this was game 1 for me too, so I got a lot out of it too. I got better. I did lose my voice, and my trainer was bringing me cough drops, and I was looking at him like, what? I didn't have the ability to yell at the referees enough because I lost my voice.
Not having a go-to scorer, like you said, how important is it going to be to score in transition like you guys did tonight? Having 4 guards out there and 2 bigs that can run the floor like Ben and Brandon.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I don't have a go-to scorer. I just think that go-to scorer is going to be every game who's a hot hand. You know, there was a stretch when Marcus was playing well, and we said, let's get him the ball. So I think it's going to be more of a feel than anything. I do think this team, because we can defensive rebound, we're a really good transition team when we run. Sometimes we don't run all the time, and we got to continue to get better at it, but we ran tonight, and that was good.
You're a coach that's dealt with, losing your leading scorer from the year before, year after year. What have you learned from that this year?
Yeah, don't say year after year, just say the truth. I lost my leading scorer every year that I've been here. I don't know what in the world is going on with this transfer portal now. They've all graduated. Now, we do a great job, assistant coaches, in developing guys. And we've always done that. We want to continue to do that. I love developing players. You guys know me, I get motivated when people, talk trash about my guys and how good they're not. And at the end of the year, wink, wink, Michael is the hero now. He got the loudest claps when he ran out. I remember everybody talking about, can he play here, and was he good enough, and is he a Kevin Keatts guard? Pretty damn good now, isn't he?
Coach, there was a sequence right before halftime where I believe Hurd had grabbed the defender and in his feet, and you slapped the floor, and you gave him a teaching moment.
Yeah.
How are your players able to kind of take the constructive criticism, not the heart, but kind of elevate their game after the sequence?
Well, I think those guys know I have their best interests at heart. I just don't yell to yell. And, these are teaching opportunities. And with him, he's a sponge. Like, he's probably a little bit more advanced as our freshman as far as knowing basketball a little bit more. And he knew he made a mistake right at the end. He did, obviously bumped the guy. That one was a foul at that time,
Ben seemed to be playing with the same energy he did in that first round game against Texas Tech. He had a stretch where he had like a block along two, then he stole the inbound, he got another layup immediately after. What do you see in him, and how important is he going to be with the absence of Burns and Diarra?
Boy, I got after him after the exhibition game. And here's what happens, and this is nothing because of the exhibition games. I like having individual meetings going into the season. And so we had our individual meetings, and I lit him up because I just didn't think he played as hard as I was like, who are you? You're a hard playing dude. And I'm telling you, boy, I thought he was Dennis Rodman in practice the next day. I mean, he rebounded everything. And, I wanted to reward him. Him and Brandon are really good. And it was obviously we were raising the banners tonight, and I wanted to play the guys who helped us win those banners. So I started him and started Brandon, in the second half. But Ben's going to be good. And those guys, as they grow, they will be able to play together at some point, just depending on the team. But I like what Ben brought to the table. Like, he was the Ben Middlebrooks that we've always wanted and needed. And he just plays with a lot of energy. Somehow I looked at Levi and Larry Dixon like, if you guys don't, I'm going to fire you guys if you don't get that spin move out of his game. Because, he spent one time against Lee's McCray. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell he did. So he will never be on Dancing with the Stars. Like DJ Burns, we said that. Ben's never getting on that show.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.